Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? I was just about going to join another live with another YouTuber, and then I noticed that Megan and Regan have geared up their Zoom machine. Thanks to Zoom, who love providing a platform where scammers can promote their multi-level marketing. If you read Section 8 of Zoom's policies, they tell you that you're not allowed to use their platform to promote financial opportunities, and they specifically say multi-level marketing. But when you're a scammer, you don't need to follow the rules. You can make the rules up yourself until someone stops you. It's very hard stopping people who are running scams because a lot of the government agencies are busy doing other things, like stopping crimes which are causing people real grievous bodily harm. But I'm here. My name is Danny DeHeck, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, and I'm here to name and shame anyone running or promoting a Ponzi scheme or a scam. Now, this is quite exciting because we've actually had VYB's payment gateways shut down. We reported them first of all to TigerPay. TigerPay were amazed that they were using it because they signed a contract to say they wouldn't use it for what they were, and they closed them down. Then they used Now Payments. Now Payments is another payment processor that allows people to pay, I think, with using crypto. And that also got shut down by my team of Avengers and myself. And now they've started using GreenPay. However, 80 people had their money reversed and they got bank fees along the way, which was even more ridiculous. Now, in this meeting that we're waiting to start for, they claim that they've got a new payment gateway. But these people, it gets a bit more sillier than this. They are claiming that they're going to help you build your business. They're going to provide digital products that will enable you to be a legend business person. Now, how can they do so if they don't even know how to get a payment gateway set up? Now, it's not a matter of fact of getting a payment gateway set up. It's the fact that they're doing illegal activities is the problem. So let's tune in and let's listen and see what's happening here. We'll get the show on the road, as they say. And there's no Danny here. Where's Danny gone? I'll be back in a second. We will just make this a nicer view. We will go to full screen and we will go into multi-speaker view. They don't have their camera on because they're too scared to show their faces because they know that we broadcast their meeting, and they've still got music coming on. We are going to mute that there. And there we go. All right, there's no Danny on the screen. I don't know what's happening there, so we'll just see if we can find me again. Me again. What's happening there? Why is there no Danny camera? Danny's deleted himself. We'll fix up things along the way. We'll get rid of that camera and figure out why there's no Danny on the screen. We might have to go to another screen for a wee second, find out where Danny's gone. USB Danny, there he is. Go back to this one and paste me in there. Oh, there we go. That's a relief. Hopefully we've got the right one. So there's no sound at the moment, so that's quite normal. We'll get this all going in a minute. Screen name, screen share. All right, we're looking pretty good so far. Now they've got a disclaimer here basically telling you that you can't do anything. They're in charge. And also, if you do receive any VYB, which are worthless tokens, you have to spend them within 30 days or they expire. Have you ever heard of such stuff? It's good to have a coffee, isn't it? Anyway, I've got a couple of backup Zooms here in case they find me and kick me out, which may happen. But I am dying to see how they're actually managing the payment gateways, because you've got to pay $25 and then you'll get given 5 slides that Toni Marek has set up, and that is your marketing kit. So you are getting something for your money, but then you're meant to market these ladies because they're going to take you to the future and beyond. And your $25 will also, if they place you in the pyramid in the correct place, pardon me, they will actually lock you in their 3 times pyramid structure, so that you will be able to earn $442,860 a month. Yes, it sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? I'm just going to tidy up some things here, which I need to tidy up. Hopefully won't cause the problem. We've got a nice sensor button here now. Look at this. Oh, can't see. Isn't that pretty cool?
All right. Hey, welcome everybody.
Oh my goodness,
Toni, can you hear me okay?
terrible echo.
Yes, I can.
All right, perfect. Welcome
Must be
everybody.
me.
I'm driving right now, so we
Oh,
are
that's
going
why.
to be going through our onboarding. So we're so excited. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Megan Lynch. I am one of the owners and the VP of Sales. And again, VP of Sales, I'm in charge of the field.
They must be
And we also
watching
have
me.
my twin sister, Regan Lynch, who really truly handles a lot of the behind the scenes. And when it comes to our banking partners and our merchants
Banking
and
partners.
training support.
What's the name
just a
of the
host
banking
of things.
partners?
And beside her is Andre Russell, who is our other owner. And Andre is a tech genius. And, you know, we partnered with Andre many moons ago. And we've done a lot of things together, but this is by far the biggest opportunity, the biggest thing that we've ever done. And then we brought on a star-studded cast with Miss Toni Marek, who was our CMO, our Chief Marketing Officer, and she transitioned into our COO. She knows every single part of this
600
business,
people in here today. Well, that is a
front and
miracle.
back. JVN is also, I always say, like utility. We've been together for many years as well, and you guys will hear a lot from Mufasa from JVN, along with over 20 plus other corporate individuals that you haven't gotten a chance to meet yet. One of our stars over here is our director of education, and I can't wait for you guys to meet her. She is pretty amazing, along with all of our educators.
Just going to get a few backup browsers set up.
So for those of you who are just listening in for the first time, this is a little bit of a different call. It is an onboarding call because we actually have been building since December 17th.
Oh my God, building a mailing list.
It has been a interesting learning opportunity for many, many days, but we're excited because we had this vision many years ago. Back in 2015, Regan and I had a vision to really create an ecosystem for entrepreneurs, game changers, anyone who had a gift. But we were actually doing it in a physical location. We wanted a building, but then we really wanted to be able to reach as many people as possible. So we decided to just kind of go off on our own, and we learned a lot of things along the way. Collected a lot of great partnerships.
Hey Susie, nice to see you here.
Toni and Andre as well. And we came together December 17th, and we made a decision. We went away for a few days, 4 days or so, and we really truly decided that we were going to do something massive. Our goal was to have 5,000 individuals inside of our company by the time our soft launch happened, which was February 17th. But it didn't happen that way. We had 1,000 people. I'm sorry, we had 8,100 people, 8,000 people in a week.
They're trying hard to get me out of the
they didn't know what our name was.
Meetings,
they didn't know anything about our company. So I do want to tell you that since then, we've been growing rapidly at 500 to 2,000 people per day. And now we're at around,
don't believe that for a second,
reaching 73,000 people in 160 countries. So it has been just eye-opening. And we decided that we wanted to build a kingdom of just kingdom believers, millionaires. I always tell people you don't have to believe what we believe, but you have to believe in something bigger than yourself, a higher power. And we just want to give all praises to the Most High for expanding our territory. And when you really truly decide, I don't know how they're doing it,
but they're actually figuring out where I am.
Anything can happen.
And they're actually removing me,
abundance can happen.
Pretty clever.
And our goal is to reach nations. And what we really have focused on doing is helping people discover their passion. If you don't know what your passion is, we can help you discover that passion. We can put you inside of our courses, our leadership academy. I'm most excited about our 365 days of self academy inside the vault. So I'm super thrilled for our own product, but that's our flagship product with Forex and crypto and DeFi, sports betting, AI academies. That's our vault, VYB Vault. But then we decided to add even more to the platform and be able to reach as many entrepreneurs and game changers as possible. So Regan, like Regan always says, the world needs what you have. Write that down, guys. The world needs what you have. You have a gift. And many people don't understand that they can monetize their gift. So what we're here to do is to really,
what they're doing is they're removing
just make
everyone
you
that doesn't have their
greater
mic on.
than you already are. We're here to come alongside of you and support you. We have brand works, we have VYB Ventures where you can pitch your ideas. We have VYB Style
That's
where
easy, isn't it?
all of the creative people can get together and really truly be able to, you know, sketch some ideas and give us those ideas so that we can utilize 40,000 square foot partnership, and we can drop ship everything and cut you in on the rev share. And I've been traveling all over the country lately, and I've found that a lot of people are excited about VYB Global because VYB Global is our commerce pathway where you actually can
Vistaprint, and we actually had their shop shut down for 24 hours.
Things that you really love or things that you've always wanted to do or teach, and you can actually utilize our course creation over here, and we will shift our network to you. So if you have an idea, one great idea, Jerome's wife wants to do shop your closet, which I thought was pretty clever, where she really teaches people how to go into their own closet and shop their closet. Maybe you are a musician, maybe you are some type of artist of some sort.
So they've locked the meeting now.
It's basically kind of like TikTok, because TikTokers are your modern day network marketers. Okay. So we have that opportunity for you as well. And so much more. I would be on here forever. And that's not what this call is about. This particular call is to inform you that this is our last week of pre-launch.
Oh, finally, right?
Finally, we've been going strong for over 100 days, looking for leaders who are looking for us, looking for game changers, innovators, money makers, all of those individuals who are really looking to take their lives to the next level. And VYB, visualize your breakthrough. You are the person that can help us to do that. So you don't have to take your focus away from your gifts to push a brand, because you are the brand. And then we paired it with a very lucrative referral program that pays out 5 different ways,
recruiting,
unlimited income, marketing. And we're just excited about what's getting ready to happen in the lives of our believers.
They can't even get a payment.
And I say believers because I understand that some people, they've been knocked down so many times, they forgot that God gave them the strength to get back up if they just kind of call on him. But we're excited for our believers who said, you know what, I'm going to create my free account or my guest account, and I'm going to share it with everybody that I know. And once people started to do that, the magic started to happen. Then we have a charter membership, and that charter membership just says, I want to be a founder. I want to be a root in this company. And we decided to give you $10 on every $25. And what do you get for that? Mentorship. We have given tens of thousands of dollars worth of mentorship and training over these last 100 days. So you guys have more than gotten your money's worth. But now is the time to make sure that if you want to get locked in to our pre-launch, you want to make sure you pay that charter membership. Yep. So this call is really designed to show you another one of our multi-million-dollar partnerships where we now are going to have our own hub, our own platform, where you get an opportunity to not just pay your membership, but for free, we are giving you one of the most robust platforms that I have ever witnessed. Wow. And so we want to show you guys how to do that. So here's what I want you to do. We have the chat turned off. We'll turn it on here and there periodically. But this is a tutorial call. Okay. Calling all leaders, right? Calling all leaders. I was up until 5 o'clock in the morning talking to one team in India. There's like 10,000 of them. And I was stressing that plugging in is super important.
I think I was meant to be on the other side of those bars.
Being great leaders, because that's what we're looking for, is really important. So what we're going to do today is we are going to show you guys how to make sure that you're active with that charter membership, because that charter membership is going away, which means your ability to get locked in early is getting ready to disappear. Now, I don't want you to get all freaked out like you're going to get left behind, because we are not going to leave you behind unless you go MIA, missing in action, and you don't show up. Then 100% we're leaving you behind, because we are ready to set this boat, this ark on the waters, right? So I want you guys to make sure that you're super plugged in this week. Every single day at 12 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Eastern, new discoveries happen. Ooh. If you cannot make those calls, you have to watch the recordings if there are recordings. Now this week, It's not a lot of recordings because we're going over some sensitive information.
Well, yeah.
So that you can get set up. So it's very important that you guys take great notes.
And we'll go through the
just
terms
in
and
case your
conditions after this
team
video.
has something better to do than to, you know, be on here listening to how their lives are going to change pretty drastically over the next week. So
that might be a good idea.
I'm going to pass it over to Miss Toni Marek. Toni does a phenomenal job of really, truly walking you guys through the platform. So, Toni, what are we looking at right now on my VYB? Write this down, guys. Don't be doing anything else. I'm going to be bossy on purpose. Please don't read my tone. I used to be a coach, and I always tell people, you may not like my tone and my directness, but you will love my results. So this is not one of those calls where you're trying to think of a question to ask. This is a call to do one thing and one thing only. Understand how to create your VYB hub and understand how to get active
and you have to
before it's too late. Because once that door closes for the charter membership, there's going to be a lot of wailing and crying and gnashing of teeth because people are now going to find out that we were serious about what we've been working on. So, Toni, I'm going to pass it over to you, and then we'll kind of tag team so that we can show people this phenomenal platform and how to actually get their accounts active.
Oh, the
Toni?
Ponzi schemes are popping up all over the place.
Hello, everyone. My name is Toni. I'm super excited about tonight, everyone. So when you go to myvyb.io, you're going to see a new button here. It's called VYB Setup. Now, this is a live document, which means when I make changes, it's going to be live on there. So you may have seen a PDF floating around. I've made some changes since then, and I will continue to make changes. So the good thing about what we're doing in our VYB hub and the VYB platform that we're using is we have partnerships, right? And our partnerships are your partnerships. So we found the best one. When you know it pays to know the owners, right, Megan? It pays to know the owners and be in the know. So that's where we're at. So let's go ahead and get this started. You're going to click on VYB Setup, and it's going to take you to a walkthrough. But before we do that, what I want to do is show you how the platform works. And you guys, we have the chat turned off simply because I can't see it. We're not going to answer those questions right now, but that's okay. So when you go into your back office, you're going to be able to see a new button that says VYB on it, right? And make sure I'm sharing the right screen. Okay. You're going to see a new button that says VYB on it. And I'm pulling this over so you guys can see it because my screen is, there we go, the dashboard. Let me pull that up. So when you go there, how to put my other account up.
Oh, I want to go.
Give me a second, Megan.
Want to go
get this pulled up. All right.
I want to go into the other meeting.
So when you go to your back office, you're going to see VYB right here. See, VYB. When you click VYB, it is going to take you to various steps, but the end is going to take you to here. And that's why I wanted to start today with our brand new VYB Hub platform.
There's another meeting going on.
Let's talk about VYB. When you click VYB, it's going to allow you to access many different destinations. Right now, the destination that you can access is the destination that's going to take you to this pay portal right here. Okay. Later, you're going to have other portals there because VYB is truly part of the ecosystem. So when you go to the hub and you get here, you're going to find out that we have done the unimaginable and we have an entire pay platform for you back
let's
here.
have a closer look at that.
I'm going to go ahead and let Megan double dutch, as she calls it, in to explain some of the features because I can be quite boring. That's okay. That's my job. Operations, boring.
No, and I'm driving, and believe it or not, I was supposed to be somewhere in 10 minutes.
The payment gateway?
Don't even know where I'm driving in circles right now. So I'm going to pull over because I can't focus on what I'm doing while I'm driving. And I want to be safe. So one thing that you guys need to know about this particular platform is it is so very important because in the networking space, you have to cross T's, you have to dot I's, you have to be 100% compliant when you're in the network marketing space. I don't care if you're selling Tupperware or Mary Kay makeup or whatever. There's a lot of great networking companies out here that have been around for many years, and they've been around for many years because they follow the rules. And in this type of space, people can make so much income that it's important that you're not making income disclaimers, that you're crossing T's, dotting I's, your lawyers have lawyers, so all of those things.
Hopefully we'll be able to get the
notice is that the
payment
network marketing
and have this
companies
shut
that
down in
tend
no
to fall
time.
apart are some of those companies where, number one, they don't have a product and they're circulating money, and that's a no-no. That's a Ponzi, right? You have to have a product. And you have to have a great product, and you have to have a product that everybody wants to buy. In our ecosystem, there are 70-something thousand people who want to get into this particular ecosystem. Now, the second reason that companies fall apart is due to their payment processing. That's had much success, right? Not sometimes much, they don't take the necessary precautions to make sure that they can always take money in to the platform and they can pay money out of the platform. We have multiple ways, and delay is not always denial, guys. You know, everything we do is super intentional. And we wanted to make sure that we have the best of the best. And this platform, by far, is the best platform. So you're going to be able to do a number of things to get your membership. There's rewards on here. There's all types of things. But what we want to focus on right now is just making sure you understand how to go through this platform and see what you're looking at. And hopefully, I got to make my screen a little bigger. Tony, if we could just get started, because I think people, if they didn't see this earlier today, they're going to be super impressed with this platform that does have a decentralized opportunity in it as well. We're not just relying on banks or anything like that. This is one of the most robust platforms. We could charge $200+ a month.
You could, but no one would buy it. Well,
if we didn't have anything else, this payment portal could be the product. So write this down. It's called VYB Bucks Hub, HUB, because there's going to be a lot of things in this hub. But like Tony said, today we're only going to talk about a portion of it. So Tony, if you wouldn't mind going ahead and, you know, clicking the button and being Vanna White for a moment, and I'll kind of double dutch in when, you know, to make people truly understand the power of whatever tab you're on.
Can we go to this meeting instead?
Yes, absolutely.
It's much more exciting.
So on the front dashboard, you're going to see that you can access all of the things you want to access. Okay. We'll get to each point, but let's start with the first one. And the most exciting, it is your e-wallet. So your e-wallet is going to live here in this area.
I just told these people they're live.
But what you can do is you can shift when you earn.
Okay, you want to go back to e-wallet?
VYB, you can shift your earnings to wherever you want. And these are one of the destinations you can shift it to. One destination you can shift it to is the e-wallet. This is the fun part about this, and the most exciting part is you can shift it to your e-wallet and do really four different things, but we're rolling these out in phases and in stages. So the first thing you can do is you can actually transfer funds from your e-wallet. So these are your commissions. You can take these, shift them to the wallet, and then you can transfer an amount to another person that is in the VYB ecosystem. You can have references here.
So money laundering.
Sending your mom money for dinner or whatever, you can have a reference, right? But I want you to read here. You can withdraw your funds and easily transfer money to friends and family on the VYB platform. The next thing you can do is withdraw to a bank. And that's amazing. So this point is another phase.
Do you think they got the message
what we're working
about
on
me broadcasting them live?
This portal, which I'm so super excited about, is withdrawing to the bank. Now, other countries will talk about beneficiaries and banks as being the same thing. So when I say beneficiary and you see the word beneficiary, that doesn't mean like in the United States, I know that we always think we're the only people around. Americans are fairly confident.
Well, it does come to mind.
It isn't. In the rest of the world, when they say beneficiary, they mean bank account sometimes. And this says withdraw to international bank. That's because this is not something where, you know, again, when you're in the US, you think that you are the center of the universe. So it means withdraw to a bank anywhere in the world.
Americans don't think like they do.
And beneficiary means bank, not someone that gets something when you pass away or when you will something around. So you can add your bank account here. And this is coming in the next phase, but it simply means that you can shift your commissions from your back office to this wallet, to another person, to a bank, or you can withdraw it to crypto. And this is your crypto wallet. And we're going to visit that next.
Wow.
Please do not raise your hands, because if you do continue raising your hands, we're going to have to put you in the waiting room.
Oh, no.
Thank you. So thank you, co-host, for doing that as well. So what you'll do here is you can shift your commissions from your back office to your commissions wallet to your crypto wallet if you would like. Again, these are all your wallets. This is your information. None of that is VYB.
736 people.
Really quickly, because Toni, if you can go back to transfer, because I really need you guys to be taking notes, because pre-launch is for leaders. You hear me saying that all the time. I have literally told people to sit on the sideline because after 100 days, I don't know if they're leaders yet.
I'm bringing up Megan now.
Thousands of people who have decided to be leaders, and they have helped us. Many of our leaders, we meet with them every morning, a group of them, and they did a phenomenal job of helping us test out the system as well. But I think you really need to understand the power of what you could do with this transfer wallet. When I was in a company before, there was a gentleman buying $20,000 a week worth of prepaid cards for his team in Nigeria, because that's the only way they could get into that particular company. And that was a nightmare, right? Well, we have an e-wallet. So for example, I could sign Toni up inside of VYB with her guest account. That's going to be forever. You're always going to be able to take your referral link and give it to someone, and they can timestamp. They're not free members. They're just in a guest platform. If someone has a guest platform and their email address is there, you could shift the money. So if Toni is having a hard time,
this is called money laundering,
and she wants to get a Legend membership for $249, which is the most robust because it gives you access to monetize the entire ecosystem. But let's say Toni only has $150, right? So I could go into my back office, and she has a guest account, and I could literally put her email address. Any email address that you use needs to be your VYB email address. Anything that we talk about today, if it says email, it has to be your VYB email, or we don't have that account in our system. It's almost like going to a bank and trying to use a Fifth Third card at PNC inside of the branch. It doesn't work that way. Your email address ties everything together. So Toni could put in there that maybe she had $100 in her e-wallet. So she was working the business, or she referred some customers to get a website, and Toni made $500, or I'm sorry, I made $500
I don't think they've got anything
on
to
my
sell
VYB
yet,
platform.
Susie.
I can then shift $500 if I want.
It's all in your head.
Multiple places. Well, right now we're only talking about the e-wallet. So I take that $500 and I shift it over into my e-wallet. And now I can shift that money multiple places. I could transfer it to Toni. Or maybe I'm a leader and I want to run a contest for my team and say, whoever refers the most legends this month, I'm going to give them a $250 bonus, right? You guys will have it like that, right? So I could simply go in there and shift $250 right to another member.
Wow, that is money laundering
on any team if their email address is actually
facilitating money
located in
laundering.
the
This
system.
is brilliant. This
So
gets better and better.
You really have to understand the power of the transfer.
You have to understand the power
so very important.
of transferring money.
And then, Toni, do you want to say anything about that?
Trying to ring her at the moment.
About the transfer?
Yeah. Do you want to add anything?
I might ring up Toni.
No, I mean, listen, you guys, this is something that many companies have, right? And so what you'll do is you'll be able to shift your money there, send it to the guest account. But what the main point is here you need to see is they must be in the VYB platform, in the VYB ecosystem. They can be guests or not. And I think that's amazing.
It's huge. It's a game changer for people in other countries. For example, Trinidad and Tobago literally have to stand in line for hours and hours to get $100 in US dollars. There are countries out here that do monitor how much US dollars members can get. And so you really have to think this is global.
Yeah, you've monitored
not just focused on people in the United States.
Gifting.
It's an international global platform. So you're going to be able to bring people into this system very easily. Okay. And then withdrawing to a bank, Tony, you can
We'll ring up
withdraw
Regan instead. She's more
eventually
entertaining.
here
She
pretty
gets really
soon.
upset about her
They're
daughter
going to
being
be
on.
able to set up
Regan Lynch.
multiple bank accounts, I believe, back there and be able to shift their money from their VYB account into their e-wallet. Once it's in your e-wallet, you can shift it to a bank account. Global bank accounts. Correct, Tony?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And then hop over to withdraw to crypto again. It is super important that you understand that you don't have to be bouncing around other people's crypto platforms, right? Crypto platforms are decentralized platforms. They don't really work off the bank. You guys know that. And our world is going digital, whether you believe it or not. It's going digital. It's digital in most places. So this gives you an opportunity to shift funds to a crypto wallet if you don't want all of that information going straight to your bank account.
Regan,
and
why
this
won't you
is
answer
a
your phone?
FDI, not with the crypto side, but it's FDIC insured platform that you have.
Okay.
People would pay phenomenal money
for
this to just be a product over here. So if you have a lot of crypto digital friends, they're going to fall in love with this, and many of them are going to come over here and say, I could care less about the ecosystem. I want the VYB Bucks hub that you guys get for free just for being inside of VYB. So I think that is pretty phenomenal. And then Tony, if you could hop over to
can we ask the
question?
We want to know what
the
e-wallet service name is.
Coming soon too, you guys are going to see it's grayed out. We will have our own branded card. You're going to be able to brand your own card.
Oh my
right?
God,
Maybe
they
with
got
your
credit cards as
roofing
well.
business. It is a big deal. One of our partnerships does 200 million cards a month.
Oh my God.
They did over $4 billion last year.
And what
our partnerships, these are our
for?
friends. They're not just some random company that doesn't know who we are. We made sure that the owners of these companies know who we are. And you guys are going to be able to have your own
Imagine if we got
cards,
this wrong and they pulled it
funds
off.
right to your card. So this is huge right here. Your head should be rolling down the street right now with excitement. If you've ever been in a networking company, you know how big it is when you have multiple ways to get your funds. So what's next, Toni?
Okay, so yes, that is coming soon. Now we are going to go to the crypto. This is fun. I love it because, again, each one of these are game changers. So you noticed earlier that you could shift your funds to your commissions wallet, and you could shift those funds to and withdraw them to crypto, your crypto wallet. So right now, this crypto wallet has $54.37 in it.
Yes.
What I can do is I can deposit crypto in here from my commissions wallet. Maybe I got, $100 in commissions. I can put those here, and then I can put them into my crypto wallet.
Yeah, maybe
then I could also withdraw these funds from crypto to another crypto wallet.
Oh my
so maybe you have a crypto wallet that is someplace else. You can do that as well. But the big point here that I want all of you to see is that you can buy crypto. So you can buy it with Stripe. You can buy it with Changely. Now, if you click Changely, and then let's say I'm going to put in an amount here, right? We're going to click that. When you click confirm, Susie. I want you guys all to know that you're going to see different things based on various different factors. So here it says if I want to buy crypto, I can buy it with these various things, right? That's because I'm in Texas. If you want to buy in Stripe as well. So I want to be clear, and everyone take your notes here. When you click on buy crypto, it will vary based on where you live, what state, what country, and also your banking history.
Oh my God.
That is nothing that we can do. We can control. It is all up to the banking gods, right? So remember, not everyone will see Stripe and Changely, and not everyone will see the same things on Changely. But just know that with credit cards or ACH, you can purchase crypto. That is a huge game changer.
Yeah, so I just want to piggyback that. Again, I've been in decentralized platforms where it was all crypto in, all crypto out. I don't particularly like those programs that much because it it can slow things down. But then there was also a company that had over 1 million people, and they were all crypto. But when we were doing it before, I had a very large baby boomer, 50, 60, 70, 80 years and up. And they sometimes are a little bit uncomfortable going over to a different platform. And I got to go to Coinbase and I got to go to BitPay. And does this one let me buy? No, it doesn't. It just lets me sell my crypto. And it gets so convoluted and confusing. Ladies and gentlemen, again, this tab alone, this buy tab, is a game changer in the space that we're in, where you have a one-stop shop opportunity to use your Visa card. And if I were to go to, for example, like BitPay, you know, which is an exchange, I'm going to be using it. They're going to do the same thing. I'm going to have to go and they're going to tell me different places, MoonPay I can buy it from or whatever. You don't have to go to other people's platforms. It's all inside of the VYB Bucks hub, where you could buy right here and not leave go anywhere.
Now, she wants me to not broadcast this meeting
from us. You are literally buying crypto from other platforms, but you can do it from inside of this particular hub, which again is a time saver. It's a game changer. It is a mental,
oh my God,
brain
this
changer,
suggests that
because you
while
don't have
Stripe
to
has been
mentally
used
be
as the
figuring out
payment
where I
processor,
need
the
to go, and you
platform
can do
itself
it right inside the
is
platform.
not officially generated.
Back to you, Toni.
Absolutely. So and we're going to explain this later in the steps in the PDF, but you can download, and I wouldn't do that until you set everything up, because remember what we said earlier, we say it in the PDF as well. Everything works with your back office email. Everything needs to be synced. Okay. Everything needs to be synced with that address. So once you go through the steps, it is optional, but you can download the app and it will sync. So for example, if I have 5437 here in crypto, my Taiga Pay wallet also will have that same amount. Next, the cards again are coming soon. Here's where you can see the transactions that you've made internally with crypto, to the bank, with cards. You can see everything is back here in this pay portal that shows you what you need. Again, these aren't available. This is your subscriptions that will be waiting for you. The pending orders and completed, you'll see that I purchased the $25 charter membership, and it was $26.63. And it tells you the date. And then this is a two-factor here. So it's fairly simple, but it also has a change your language at the top. So you can go over here and you can click the different languages. Let's click Spanish. Everyone, my heritage. Spanish. See, now I can't speak Spanish. I'm sorry, you guys, but if you know me, you know me. I try. But being from South Texas and this being my Latina roots, so you can change it to Spanish. You can also change it to Chinese. You can change it to any of these, right? And then also, just so you guys know, and this is just kind of a tip for around the internet, if you right click, you can click on translate and it's going to let you translate it to your language. So that's what we have here. I'm going to go ahead and stop and change it over to our instructions if you're ready for that.
Yes, and while she's switching over, guys, you really have to understand how powerful this is, because again, I'm going to reiterate that many of you have been in companies before, and those companies mysteriously shut down. A lot of times companies shut down because they lose their merchant account. So they're dealing with one bank, and
so what happened to your two merchant
accounts
that you had then?
I don't want you to process payments anymore because I only want you to process this amount. That is the banking system, right? We're not here to talk badly about the banking system, but in the world of business, getting merchant accounts and those types of things are great. However, you're at the risk of that bank changing their policies, being audited. This platform, this VYB Bucks Hub, I truly believe is the best thing for any networker who is looking for a stable business, so that they don't wake up one day and the company's like, oh, by the way, we lost our merchant. We have to shut our doors. Oh, no, not over here, because we are directly connected to the creator and the owner of that hub. All it does is it gives you a one-stop shop. so you can move your money
Everybody
to your
that's
bank
in the
accounts.
meeting,
You can
I am
use a
scraping
Visa
your names
or
from the
MasterCard,
meeting
like a debit card,
because you
to
are
purchase crypto,
part of a
basically, is what you're doing.
scam. And we're going to put you in the name and
Every
shame
real
list.
networker knows that chargebacks can be a thing,
Yeah,
but
you got
people
80 of
think
them.
they're using their credit cards, but you're really buying cryptocurrency on the back end. And this part has been perfected, and we waited for it, right? We didn't know how long we were going to have to wait, but it is the best thing to secure the stability and the longevity and legacy of VYB. So you guys will soon enough know how powerful that platform is, and you could
$5.
reach out to any person who is in the decentralized space, and they're going to say, well, I'm just coming over there because I want that platform. It's going to make my life so much easier. So we're excited about that. Back to you, Toni.
Here I am talking. I do that a lot. If y'all, again, if you know, you know, I talk on mute a lot. The things that I say on mute, Megan, that I. All right. So everybody can see my screen. Great. Let me pull this up.
Here we go. I'm just copying all your names.
So I need you all to take notes. All right. Take notes, please, because this is where you have to pay attention.
$5.
Oh, wait, before we go there.
Expire after 30 days.
How many of you guys, I don't know if you want to unmute to the host so we can see. How many of you guys want the VYB hub, the VYB Bucks hub? Just put 3 sevens in the chat so I can see you. How many of you are super excited to know that your business can be around and we're not at the mercy of, somebody changing some law or policy or whatever? Put it 777 in the chat.
Oh, they're above the
super
law
excited
now
about being able to use your own platform, right? Being able to shift money to your cousin because your cousins spent their commission money or something on something else, and they need to pay their membership. I don't know.
Exchanging
go
$5
ahead and give me 3 sevens in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. But we're super excited. So we're going to go through the steps on how you can actually get this particular platform. So,
oh my Toni, gosh, back to you. You can see those sevens, Megan, because they come to both you and me, I think, when we're on as the same person. But there's a million of them. I don't know if you see them.
I could
see them. So I'm excited.
A million of them with 700 people in your
this whole
platform
blows my mind. So I'm excited about that. So Toni, go right ahead, and we're going to talk about the steps. And I want you guys to understand that these steps might seem like there's a lot of steps, but literally, if I can do it, anybody can do it, right? It took me a couple minutes to go through and get my account and verify, do my KYC, know your customer.
Oh my God,
some of you will have
do
to do that. But it is so very
third-party KYC providers
to set this up. And I want to
potentially sell off your data.
Yes.
If you were to go to the bank, ladies and gentlemen, and you go to the bank and you want to do business, you're not going to be washing your dog while you're at the bank. You're not going to be vacuuming. You're not going to be watching TV. You're not going to be talking on the phone, because you have respect for the teller back there. When you walk up there, you're not going to be talking on the phone because they need you to be focused on what they're telling you to be focused on. So also, if you want to go set up a bank account at the bank, you might be in there for an hour.
Somebody's got the
username
Some
of you have
V.
To set up banking appointments to open up new accounts. And there's many, many steps that you have to go through. And once you go through setting up your account, then they ask you, well, do you want online banking? Well, great. Now let me take you through the steps to set up your online banking. So please, guys, I love you very much. Do not be acting brand new. Do not be acting like you haven't had to go through something and set something up before. And Toni was gracious enough to spend 24 hours and snapshot and work with the leaders to make a PDF for you visual learners so that you can sign up on your laptop or desktop and have your phone and follow the steps via picture, via image. So please understand, it may seem like a lot of steps. It takes you minutes. If you are really focused and going through this platform. So, Toni, show us how
we can
actually get the phenomenal VYB hub
to sell products that haven't been launched yet.
Thank you very much. And I want to just say there are so many leaders here that were instrumental in making this happen, because I had a plan in my head of what I was going to use. And they came on and said, no, that's not going to work. This is actually how it works. And we got this done. So I appreciate every single one of you. And of course, the rest of our team. So this is a 2-part setup. You have either paid for your membership or you have not paid for your charter membership. One of those things will apply to you. And the first part of this setup is going to apply to the ones that have already paid for your charter membership. So here's what you need to get started.
Sorry, Toni, double dutching in.
Yes.
Everybody should be paying attention, because even if you have paid your charter membership already, I had a few people say, oh, I don't need to be on there because I've already paid it. Have your people. Because remember, you guys are here to be leaders, because we're going to have a whole new crop of seeds that come into this platform, and you want to be a leader and be able to help out. You don't want to say,
you want to be a leader? I don't want to be a leader.
Because you 100% do.
I just
Because
want to
if
be
you
like
do decide
Danny,
to share VYB with new
aka
people,
the Crypto Ponzi
you
Scheme
need
Avenger.
to know what they need to go through to set up their platforms, that type of thing. So I just wanted to kind of stress that everyone should be paying attention to every part of this setup process. So back to you, Toni.
Back to you, Toni.
Yes, absolutely. So this works best on the Chrome browser. And I'm going to tell you, you can use any browser, any device. It works fine. However, it works best in the Chrome browser, especially if you're just starting. It works better on a laptop or a desktop. I'm going to be super biased. I don't know how you guys do business on a phone. I can't do it. I prefer to be at my laptop. My MacBook is my best friend. So you will also need your ID or your passport ready to scan or have it saved on your device. And this is because there's KYC. Now listen, and I may have, you explain this again, Megan. There are no duplicate accounts. There are no paying for another person. We have an integrity process here with our Legend legacy network. So everyone is in a KYC to get money in and out, because this is not to be messed with, you guys. So,
and KYC means what, Toni?
Know your client, know your customer. I keep seeing it in both ways, but basically what it is you're verifying you're you. So let's say that I went and signed up 20 different accounts so I could just get commissions on all these accounts, and who knows what I'm going to do with them, right? Let's say I wanted to do something like that.
Duplicate.
Because I don't have 20, I'm only one person. I didn't clone myself. So if that has happened, termination, number one, Megan can explain that. Number two, you can't get your money out, you guys. You cannot have multiple accounts. Megan, do you want to explain more on that? Because I think it's simple, but I want you to be able to explain that.
Yes, and I'll just keep it brief. Number one, husbands and wives can have 2 different accounts because they're 2 different people. And, sadly, 50% of all marriages end in divorce, but we're not claiming that anymore. And did you know that the number one reason why people get divorced, Toni, is due to finances? If you don't believe me, I am an academic. I'm not calling myself a nerd. I'm an academic and a teacher and student always. But the number one reason why people separate is due to money, finances. And I thought that blows my mind, but it's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. So a husband and a wife can have an account, right? If your children are 18 and older, they can have an account, but you cannot have multiple accounts. Number two, it messes up the integrity of the legacy network, right? That's the 3x10 legacy network. Because if you start, and I've had people try to do this, I'm going to put multiple accounts in so I can stack the check matches and this, and that. No, you can't, because you will you could potentially jeopardize the matrix, and we're not going to allow that to happen. How much is enough, right? Greed starts to set in. You need one account. So that's very important. And if you did try to have multiple accounts, you really can't, because you can't KYC those accounts. But somebody's going to try it, Toni. They always do. And I'm just saying, the one thing that could get you terminated is not following terms and conditions. So we all have one account, and that is it. Okay.
Yes. And here's the thing. We don't really want your money. We want you guys to come to this ecosystem and have your lives changed. So again, this is setting up a pay portal. Please pay attention. Don't multitask. Here we go. So part one, these are for you, those of you that have paid for your membership. All right. So when you go in the back office, I showed you earlier, you're going to have a VYB Bucks button there. When you click it, it's going to have you access your wallets. And again, remember, this is a portal that is a hub. The VYB Bucks hub is going to have various destinations. Right now, we have one destination, but as we launch our phases, there will be multiple destinations because you can shift your commissions wherever you want. So if you have not paid, you will not see this button, and you're going to wait until the second part of this PDF/training, right? If you go to My VYB, you're going to see a button that says VYB Bucks Setup. So it will take you here. This is a live document, so everything will change in real time. So after you click that, you're going to verify all of your information is correct. Okay. Verify everything is correct here. This should be everything you use to sign up, but this is your information and you have to verify that. Now, again, I have to reiterate that sometimes, I'm going to apologize, Americans, especially ourselves in Texas,
just like Americans very much,
we feel like we are the end all be all, right? It happens. We're a little conceited.
Got 160
so
other
when we
countries
transferred over our data here in our amazing new boat, we put it in the American style, I guess, and it previously was in the way the rest of the world puts their birth date. So do not panic. Just switch your birth date out, right? Okay. Again, do not panic. Do you like my arrow, Megan? Do not panic.
I do love it. Do not panic. This is simple. If I can do it, anybody can do it. It's just about reading. You just have to read, and if you don't know English, you don't know what I'm saying anyway. But at least you can look at the pictures
in multiple
and see
countries.
this,
Good point, Susie.
live document going on and telling you what to do, right? So we're visual learners as well.
Yes. So next, after you verify your information and everything is correct and your birth date is correct, you're going to click Submit Activation at the bottom. Now, when you do this, when you click Submit Activation, it is going to send you an email, and a lot of things are happening in the background and creating accounts and connecting and doing all the tech boring things. So you're going to immediately get an email that's going to ask you to set your password. I need you to please stay on the same device as you complete this process because going back and forth is going to be confusing. And if you try to do it on a separate device, you're going to see why. So the next step is you're going to set up your password. Remember when I said that your ecosystem back office email needs to match? That needs to be true of your password here. So make sure that everything matches because it needs to all be synced up. All right.
Got it.
We're going to stress it again. Yes. Use the same email. Use the same email.
Because our customers are stupid.
I'm going to say it again. Use the same email. Don't be switching back and forth from your emails.
People must just like signing up for things.
Connect. They're not going to talk to each other. And then you're going to say, well, I don't know what I did wrong. You put 3 L's in Gmail. You forgot the period. You spelled your name wrong. And these are just things where, not that we've seen these things, right, Tony? But take your time, ladies and gentlemen, and do things
having a business
accurately and efficiently.
Sorry, I shouldn't say it's a business. Where you just take the piss out of customers all the time.
And it is because we have seen these things. I'm just going to call it out, Megan. We've seen it. So please just take your time. It's fine. Again, abundance of caution because we don't want a bunch of tickets saying something's wrong.
Remove all the unreal names.
You're going to come to this page. I need you to verify all of your information is correct and double check your birthday. If you cannot change it here, if you're having issues, don't worry. This can be fixed later, but just double check everything because we want to make sure it's right. Now you're going to notice it's allowing you to choose personal or business account. I need you all to ask yourself a question. When you're asking, should I choose personal or business? Number one, do you have a business bank account? If yes, then you can choose a business account. If no, you want to choose personal. This can be changed later if you create a business. And no, we do not tell you about any of that stuff. We're just telling you now, if you don't have a business bank account and you don't know what I'm talking about, then choose personal. If you already have a business and you have a business bank account,
now becoming money
choose business.
Exactly
because in order to withdraw your money and to KYC and to receive your funds, you will have to be able to KYC your bank account, which means already having a business bank account. So please read these directions very carefully. Now, once you're finished and you've chosen what you want to do, you'll click complete registration. And it's going to take you to your back office that I showed you a while ago with the VYB Bucks pay portal, right? At the very top where your name is and it's got a little check mark, you're going to see either a translucent or a yellow check mark. That means that you need to complete KYC. There will not be anyone that has a green check mark unless you have already been in this process, which you haven't. Some of you may have, if you have the wallet or whichever, but go ahead and double click it. If you click that check mark and nothing happens, you have been verified previously. But 99.9% of you will have a translucent or yellow check mark. You're going to click it and go through the KYC process to verify your identity. I need you to follow the instructions because it's very simple. If you are purchasing crypto or doing anything that involves KYC anywhere in the world, you have to go through this process. We have found it gives you various options, and one of them is to continue on your computer, in which you're going to have to take a picture of your license or your passport, and it's going to be blurry. So the best way is to use the QR code option. It'll just sync with your phone, and you can go through the process that way, but you can choose any option you want. Now, when you do this, you are not on our platform. So you guys follow the directions and move through it, because when it comes to KYC and things like this, it is personal information that you should not be sharing with other people. You need to keep that safe to yourself. So after you do the KYC, you're going to be able to come back to your pay portal here. And again, you'll see these various buttons. Remember when we clicked on crypto and it told you where you could put the crypto and sync it with your wallet and buy crypto? Well, for the first time, when you get back there, it's going to actually have you register, because really what you're doing is it's powered by TaigaPay, right? So when you click complete registration at the bottom, it is going to automatically create you a TaigaPay account.
Yeah, I know.
So that's why I said it was optional. If you want to download the TaigaPay app, you can, and everything will sync. But that is the registration for the VYB Bucks Hub. That is all you need to know to register. And then you'll also notice once you do all this, your check mark will be green. If your check mark is green, then you're fine. You're registered. KYC is done. And again, TaigaPay app is optional. So that is VYB Bucks Hub.
So Toni, you did a phenomenal job. Thank you for being so clear and detailed with these snapshots. And this is important because when guests come in and they take your link, Toni, guests have the ability to go through these steps and create KYC and create their account. Notice they haven't paid anything yet, but maybe that person doesn't have any money.
I want to write to TaigaPay now and ask them if they're still using a payment gateway.
So Toni, you're telling me that you could sign me up with your referral link as a guest, and I can...
Please write me an email to TaigaPay asking them if they are aware that these ladies are still using their services and how come they haven't been shut down. Whoop. What have I done? I've cut them off, haven't I?
I can go and set up this platform up until this point, and with my VYB email, you could then send me funds. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, you can. And while you can do that, Megan, you know I'm overly conservative.
Yes.
Okay.
Do it. But you can't. I want to remind you, if someone calls you on the phone and says, oh my gosh, please FedEx me money because this great thing is happening, and you do it, that's you. If you lose it, you lose it. Same thing here, you guys. Use common sense. If someone says, give me money, I'll pay you back. Now, for my mom or my sister or somebody or one of my friends, yes, but not random people.
You wouldn't have to borrow any money to her friends.
But yes, you can.
Yes, because we will be totally out of that. And I told the team earlier, that happened to me once. And we had kind of a platform like this, and it was a lot of thousands, and I didn't get any of my money back.
Okay, so I'm writing a letter to TaigaPay.
Nothing that I could do about that.
I'm asking
so I do
to
want
watch
you guys
this
to
video
understand that you want to use
and see
caution.
if they realize
and like
that
Toni
they might
said,
be
you
still
want to
facilitating
use common sense.
the payment gateway.
Yes, please. So this is, again, optional. And the reason that we want to go through all these steps with you guys is so you understand every single facet of what you can do here, because it is an entire pay portal back here. It's an entire system for you guys to use. So I'm very, very, very excited. Again, I have the TaigaPay app. It's great. So part 2, paying for your charter membership. If you have not paid for your charter membership, then this is how you guys will do it. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So when you go to your back office, you're going to see a button that says pay for your charter membership. So if you're a guest and you haven't paid the $25, you'll see that. You're going to go ahead and click, and the same thing, verify all of your information. A lot of you may not have filled out this profile. So fill it out, do everything you need to do. Again, you must be 18 years of age or older.
Oh, there's your
guys,
daughter.
No exceptions, period, full stop, end of story, right? So after you click on, you've done all of your information, you continue to payment, it's going to go here and say, look, you're going over to the Taiga Pay app, and it is going to proceed you to checkout. It tells you the 63 cents here.
Dear Hillary
now,
and the Taiga Pay
when you
compliance.
click this button that says proceed to checkout, again, things are happening in the background. And what's really happening is you're getting an account simultaneously created on the Taiga Pay app and within the system. So what you're going to do is you are going to click send email.
Are they using
when you
Taiga
click
Pay?
send email, it is going to send you a verification email with an activation link, and you want to click activate. If you do that on your phone and you're doing this on your computer, that's okay. I want you to wait just a few seconds because, again, things are happening in the background. And once it registers that you clicked verify your email, it is going to shift you to this page. Again, remember what we said about personal and business accounts. And this is what I mean about this being a live link, a live PDF, Megan, because I will add this stuff later. Little busy today, but
just a little bit.
It's all right, just a little bit. But again, remember what we talked about, the personal and the business. If you already have a business bank account, then go ahead and choose that. If you don't, then choose personal. If you set up a business later, then absolutely, you guys can change that later. So once you click complete registration, it will automatically pull up the order for you.
Insufficient funds.
The order is going to be the $25 with the 63-cent fee and the dollar fee for this pay portal. But you're not going to have funds in your crypto wallet because you've just set up everything that you've done. Everything's been created for you. So you're going to click buy and pay.
Susie.
When you click buy and pay, it's going to have the Stripe or the Changely. And again, some of you, depending on what state or country you live in, and depending on your banking history, because they're checking your birthday and when I say they, the system, not us, they're checking your birthday and your name, and it's deciding real time, what do you get options? Some may have more, some may have less options. We don't know, and we're not in charge of that.
Okay.
So, for example, this situation right here had MoonPay and Transact available. You can click either one of those. And when you click them again, you're going to different pay systems that you're going to use to pay through. Once you're done paying, it's going to take you right back here to your back office. So some people will be on their phone when they have this page right here, or maybe they're not ready to pay and they push the X button. Who knows? Things can happen. And now you're trying to figure out where this order is. I can't find it. That's all right. When you go click on orders and it says pending on the left-hand side right here, you're going to see over here an open order. It's going to have an eyeball. You click that and it'll take you right back to this page right here.
So let's kind of double stress that. So again, guys,
so I'm going to write a letter to
MoonPay. You should really be on a desktop or a laptop. If you don't have one, some people have gone to the library to use their laptops and desktops. Now, I'm not saying you have to do that, and you can sign up on your phone, but let's say that you're signing up and someone calls you. You might want to turn on Do Not Disturb so that you don't keep getting a whole bunch of messages and phone calls. But let's say that you do. So what Toni is saying is, oh my gosh, I don't know where the pay tab is. And now the first thing you want to do is text me. And some of you guys are on this call.
We feel like they're using the MoonPay payment gateway. We would like to compose a letter very similar to the one that we have for Taiga Pay, and we want to send it to MoonPay.
2,000 people in this platform, and you have to troubleshoot a little bit. So Toni's saying if it knocks you out and you're like, I don't know where that pay tab, just click on the eyeball and it'll pull that order right back up so you can pay it. Okay? So no need to fret, no need to call me, text me, none of that. Okay? and the order will pop back up. Back to you, Toni.
All right, perfect. So now that you've found your order, you can go, it'll pop right back up and you're good to go. Oops, let me click that. Okay, so again, it's going to take you to your back office. You've seen this. This is just another picture showing you what it looks like so you can see how everything works. And then finally, commissions starting tonight. Commissions will sync every night for this charter membership only, you guys. Commissions will sync every night at 11:59 p.m. EST, and then they will reflect in your back office at 10 a.m. EST the next day. All right.
Sorry, double dutching in again. So again, I love you guys very much. This is not for you to call me or text me. And I say that because I'm the field leader and everyone has my phone number. And the only reason why you should be calling me right now this week is because you have a launch call or you want to do a 3-way call with me and one of your people. I'm not playing support, right? And I probably had 30 phone calls and text messages today. And that's okay. We're going to learn, but I'm going to stress it. Don't call and say, well, I signed up Joe and I don't see the $10 for the referral bonus from Joe's membership. And I'm going to say, I'm going to say nothing actually, because I probably won't respond. But I want you guys to understand that this is the only commission that's not going to show up instantly like it did in our old platform. Now, could we have made it show up instantly? Yes, but we don't want to use development time for that when the charter membership is getting ready to go away in the next couple days. So it's just wait. I signed up Toni. Tomorrow, I should have my $10 for Toni. For individuals who are found the MoonPay
payment gateway, and we've now
paying for their Elevate or their Pro or their Legend membership. Guess what? You have this whole entire week, right? No, you don't. Just kidding. You have the next couple days to really, truly refer as many people as you can to this great ecosystem so that you can get extra $10 here, extra 20, 50, extra 70. Some of you guys have an extra 6,000.
Hey, they've got it on MoonPay's website.
In $10 bills because you have not been sitting around saying, well, I'm waiting for, they're taking too long. All of the leaders have been working. They've been grinding and they understand the power of pre-launch. So now you're going to be able to take those commissions that show up on your VYB system pretty soon when we go fully live.
And other departments.
To pay your membership. So, ladies and gentlemen, go wide. Go sign up as many people as you possibly can so that you can take care of your membership. And that's a story you can tell, right, Toni? Like, hey, I didn't even have to pay for my Legend membership because I did the work during pre-launch. That's important.
It's very important. And I cannot wait, Megan, to roll out all of the products.
I can't wait to send his email.
Oh my God.
See if we got Marilyn.
Completely amazing. So
it's a lot. And guys, we have 7 pathways, but you don't even know the half really of
pathways to
what
destruction
VYB is fully
and where
we're going. Right? We're like iPhone 45. We have things in the pipeline, but at some point, everybody wants to partner with us. Not because, VYB, they're just want to be in VYB.
With you. Name
some
one
of these individuals, they're business-minded people, and rich people, wealthy people, don't spend their money on purses and all kind of stuff like that. They spend their money on things that are going to make them more money. So they see, hey, VYB, we have a great product. Can you take a look at it? We're like, it is phenomenal, and our ecosystem and our members would love it, but we had to say, we can't add anything else right now. We have to get off the ground because everything is dev time and production and explanation. And frankly, I'm over pre-launch. I'm ready to be done with it because there are haters out here. And
there's one right here.
The word says that
says, bring out the Bible.
God will make our enemies our footstool. And listen, I'm not here for revenge or anything like that. But there are people who don't think we're going to get off the ground because they don't know what we do 20 freaking hours out of the day, right? Every day, all day, for 120 plus days. The only day I took off was to celebrate my father. and I'm sitting in the car right now in front of Walgreens, and I don't even know where I am, but I can't turn my GPS on because I'm lost. I get lost in my own city. So I want you guys to understand, like, we have been grinding. Day in. Regan is, you don't see her because she's got to sleep sometime, and she might go 72 hours with no sleep. Dre is going 1,000,000 miles per hour. Toni was awake for 24 hours, just making sure that the buttons work and this works and that works. And our educators are chomping at the bit, and our educators have been teaching and testing their own platforms and their own teaching methods. And listen, I've been listening to our educators, and I am so very excited for everything that's getting ready to happen. You don't even know the half of it. So all I ask for you guys is, if you're a pre-launch member, you said, Megan, because my job is to get people. My job is to coach and train the people. That's my job.
Harry,
I get all the fun stuff.
What have you missed? A payment gateway?
I want you guys to understand that I'm looking for leaders who are willing to build their brand, because your vibe.
Oh, okay.
We're looking to build you up, to let you know that, listen, you have some gifts that the world needs. So that's what we've been doing this whole time. So hopefully you've been doing the only thing that we've asked you to do, which is plug in and learn the system so you can be a leader and be knowledgeable, and hustle and build. That is it.
Hustle and build.
Go wide. Don't be worrying about positioning. Go wide.
Go wide. Don't worry
sign
about
up
positioning.
As many people as you can, and then go deep and meet all your people's people. And when we roll this thing out, ladies and gentlemen, on April the 28th is going to be the last day that you're going to be able to pay for your Pro, Elevate Pro, or Legend. You cannot do that right now. For the next couple days, you need to set up your Vibe Bucks hub so that you can move stuff around, right?
Okay.
And then learning the platform and pushing buttons like it's a brand new car. And then making sure that your $25 charter membership is active if you want to get into that 3x10 legacy network early.
I can't believe she thinks she's got haters out there.
Hustle and build. And don't say, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Because you guys know how annoying that is when your kids do it. So don't allow other people to do that to you. You simply say, all we got to do is hustle and build.
Got reply back from MoonPay.
That is it. And
thank you for reaching MoonPay.
Have love, have peace, have joy, work on our personal development and our mindset so that we are ready for what God is about to allow us to receive, right? And I'm just excited about it. I know I sound like I'm yelling at you guys, but I'm really not. I'm just so very passionate about what we have built, which is
what have you built? You've got a payment gateway going up. You've got no products.
So Toni, thank you for going through that. So guys, click on VYB Bucks setup. And if you have paid, go through that first step. If you haven't, scroll through until you find where you do need to pay your charter membership. Buckle down, be where your feet are, get activated, and then get back to hustling and building. You only have this week to build, right? You only have this week to get your 1750 PCV, which is your personal commissionable volume, where you can come in here and be a Vibe partner at $9.99 a month, and then go refer 7 legends. Or have a legend membership yourself and go refer 6 legends and
security
3x10 legacy network. That is it. It is ridiculously simple. And I had to argue with a couple people, and I shouldn't have argued with them yesterday because it's a language barrier, and they did not understand that the compensation plan changes that we made are not changes that are bad changes. That's wording. We are 100% compliant with our 100%. Compensation plan, and we made it more simple for you. Before it was you needed a legend membership plus 7 legends. No, it's could be you and 6, or it could be you at $9.99 and go get me 7. You really have to read the compensation plan so that you understand the power of it and the simplicity of it. We made it simple for you.
And you know, Megan, some people are here that haven't been here for the whole the whole thing, right? And they haven't heard everything that it took to get here, the time, the blood, the sweat, the tears, everybody staying up. I mean, the entire team. But when you talk about the comp plan, I have to talk about the fact that we've done everything to make sure, because I've been in business for years. You've been in network marketing for years, Megan. So we make sure that everything runs the way it's supposed to and it's compliant, right? So we're talking to this group of people, and immediately they're like, wait, stop. You guys can make more money. You're giving too much money to the field. You're giving too much money away. You could make more.
Oh, that'd be nice. She's got a bird. She's a budgie. Should we send some budgie food?
And they didn't like us too well when we're like, our model is a kingdom build. And the word says to feed the sheep. That's what it says. So we're not making this up. And I want you guys to really understand this. We're not making it up when we say that we are building the kingdom. And a lot of people aren't going to like that.
Bring
not
your
when you're
goats
trying
along.
to lift up people, not when you're about to populate the earth with other people's
every time
gifts.
I hear them saying
By
they're
all
compliant,
means, I always say, if you want to save the whales, we are the provision for your vision. You can come inside a Vibe, and when I say I want 1,000 kingdom millionaires, you may not even be making $1 million utilizing
Bring along the Titanic. I mean, the
referral program. Maybe you're producing content and people love your content, and you have 5,000 people, 10,000 people run over there, which is likely going to happen, and purchase your, how to make a coconut candle like Hassani, his business, which I love those coconut candles. I talk about them all the time. But he has a business, and he may want to show us in video form how he does it with the Miami coconuts, and he puts the candles and they look so cool, and he does these and everybody might go over there and say, I want to learn how to do that because I love do-it-yourself projects. And they all go over there, 5,000 people, and buy his course for, I don't know, $20 or $25. And just you have to understand the magnitude. This isn't just go sign up a whole bunch of people so you can make a whole bunch of money. Nope. That is only one of our ways to make income. You could be a product of the product. You could utilize the product. You can go learn Forex. You could go learn crypto. And then you could apply the knowledge that you have. You could utilize our market insights. You can learn how to become a motivational, inspirational speaker. You could potentially have a business right now, a roofing company like my brother has in Atlanta, and you need your roof done because a tree fell on your roof. Then we could Vibe spotlight Justin's business. And now you guys can go back there and say, oh, I need a roofer. Let me see if there's somebody in the ecosystem that I could work with. And now Justin gets more business because he's in our trusted network. Guys, this is intentional, and I'm so excited. So I hope as you guys have listened to us for 100+ days, you are picking up what we're putting down. You are understanding that this is going to be a forever expanding ecosystem. Why? Because when 500 to 2,000 people join every day, they bring their God-given talents and gifts into the ecosystem, and we just help develop those, and then we demonstrate and execute and help them to monetize all of God's glory that he has put inside of them. So I am so excited about this platform. I'm probably more excited.
The other day, Megan. Remember, someone was like, "Hey, I need an accountant," and we're like, "Great, we know one. We have 70,000 friends."
Right. And then all we did is shift a couple numbers because guess what? I don't know anything about that, and I don't have time for me to learn. Not when we have a person over here or several people who do that. Guess what? When people start making great income, first thing that some people are going to want to do is upgrade certain things. I was out in Arkansas, and the gentleman owns the Benz dealership. And I'm like, oh, really? Can you send me a few cars? So we work together in our ecosystem. I was also out in Arkansas, and one of the pastors that I absolutely love is building a church. We were in a small wasn't really a church, Toni. It was more like kind of like a office building, but he is breaking ground and he needs $750,000. So I walked into his office, we prayed, we held hands, and he showed me his blueprint. And I said, listen, let me show you how to not go into debt. doing that, and he is so very excited. So we're going to have churches popping up. We're going to have homeless shelters popping up. We are going to have orphanages like
oh my God, they're
going
to save the. It is really going to be like Noah's Ark, isn't it?
And he's got all these children that he serves. Well, guess what? When people start having money, their cup runs over, and they are looking to
so if you make
really
them rich,
truly help people
cup's
who are struggling to help themselves. Now, I didn't say,
and we still don't have a product,
can't pay his light bill, that now you become the cash cow to your cousin because they can't manage money. You give them a referral link and teach them how to come over here and go to leadership class so they can learn how to be adults and manage their money, right? Everything is in the ecosystem. And if it's not, I promise you, it'll be in here. We'll figure it out. So, Toni, do you want to add anything else?
No, except for here on myvibe.io, you'll see the Vibe Bucks setup. Again, that's a moving living link that I'll be making changes to if I need to. You'll see here there are some payment issues support and general issues support. Right now in pre-launch, this is what you're going to use. If you text me or call me, Megan,
or me,
or Megan, anybody, those people.
Yeah, you can only call Megan for production. You can only call me for 3-ways or launch calls, and I will answer your phone call every time. I got people who call me 20 times a day, and guess what? I always pick up. I have people who call me 20 times a day, and I don't pick up because they don't want anything right now. And what they should be doing is hustling and building during pre-launch, because what you do right now in your business is what sets you up for your future. It's what sets it up for the next 30 to 90 days of what your foundational income is going to look like. So guys, listen, if you're sleeping well and you're not out here talking to people, I'm going to sign your grandma up in this business. Your cousin's going to be in my business because 6 degrees of separation says I'm going to talk to somebody that you know because you didn't talk to them. You were waiting for us to get done. So launch your business. What does that mean? Make a list. Schedule a launch call. Invite all your people to a Zoom just like we invited you to this Zoom today, and tell them it's exactly what we tell you. We got 72,000 people. We're in pre-launch. You have very limited time to create a guest account. You might want to pay your $25 if you want to get into the 3x10 Legacy Network early and get that priority positioning and that founder status, because that means something over here. And be ready to choose an Elevate, Pro, or Legend membership, or refer some people so that you can be commissionable inside of that 3x10 Legacy Network. This program is super simple, but very much robust, to the point where you guys could be marketing our Vibe Bucks hub, because there are going to be people who want to send their grandmother in the Philippines money, and you don't have to go to Western Union. You don't have to stand in line at Kroger or whatever grocery store.
Hey, I'm off to Australia again, but look at it. Going to be on a crime show
from your back office, and you guys will really start to understand the magnitude of that Vibe Bucks hub soon enough. When 1 million people come over here because they just want to have their own basic exchange, and they can buy crypto from their own platform and it'll shoot them somewhere else, but they don't have to bounce around. So really understand what we've built. It is oh so very powerful. So Toni, do you want to add anything before we go so we can get off?
No, we're good to go. Remember, you guys, here is the support process right now. That is the only support process. Remember that. All right. So that's it, Megan. Thank you all very much. We're going to have another call tomorrow at noon and another one at 8. We may or may not have a live support call at some point tomorrow, but right now the entire team has been working diligently. And guess what we're going to do, Megan?
What?
We're going to rest. Everyone. Yeah. We're going to rest. And so we will see you all tomorrow at noon. Thank you.
Unless they've been resting. Unless the field's been resting and then they need to go hustle and build. I don't rest. I take naps.
Right. But tomorrow, and I want you all to know, go through the steps because we've been through them. We have found a legitimate bug with one country that had an issue
New
and
Zealand?
it's been fixed.
Oh.
And all of the people that have come through in the past 24 hours, which has been many, many, many. So if you have an issue, I promise you it's on this PDF. It's simple. Don't panic. Just read the directions, read the PDF. If you submit a payment issue or a support issue to one of these buttons and the answer is on the PDF, we're going to tell you the answers on the PDF. All right. Okay, that's it. Megan, tomorrow we might have another live Zoom support session because that one went off great today.
It did, didn't it?
And we might do it again tomorrow. We'll see.
So perfect. Bring everybody on, guys. 12 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern, every single day. We're going to give you a little bit more knowledge so that you can run with the vision.
Run with the vision.
Write it down, make it plain so that my people can run with it.
My people, no, your
as
people.
fast as you possibly can. Pre-launch is ending this week. Thank the Lord. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Bye, Toni. You did a phenomenal job. And I love what you did with the Vibe Bucks PDF. It looks snazzy.
Thank you. I'm hoping when I, just have some more sleep, it's going to look better, but we're in pre-launch, you guys, and there's only so many of us to go around. So.
All right. Well, peace and blessings.
All right.
I'll see you guys later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Well, that looks like the end of that meeting then, doesn't it? Right. So that's the end. So if you're not keeping up with current events, we've been monitoring VYB for quite a long time. We also take all the names of all the people that in the Zoom meetings, and then we basically put them in a name and shame list. And then we monitor the people that are promoting these opportunities. So if you think you can promote this Ponzi scheme and scam, we'll go after you. So there's Graham Frame, who's theoretically, Tammy Jackson was in here originally. All these people, like we even had Mr. Howard here. So we did a whole profile on him, a whole investigation on his lifestyle and how he promotes Ponzi schemes and scams. And we even produced a video and a blog to expose him. So if you want to promote these Ponzi schemes and scams, unfortunately, we're not going to leave you alone. We're going to come after you. The other day, we had a look at the policies for these people. Now, there's no reason why you'd even believe this company was real, true, and genuine. They have got fake products. They've got a vault, tribe. They've even got money. If you ever did make any money out of this, you would get paid in what they call VYB. VYB expire in 30 days. So you've got 30 days to find a product of theirs to buy or it expires. That is going by their terms and conditions. These are the memberships that they're asking people to sign up for. They don't have any products at all. There's no proof of these products actually being working. Also, they're telling you that you have your existing business. They're going to help build you a website. They're going to teach you how to use Canva. All the basic stuff you can do for free at home is the services they're going to offer you. Now, why have they come up with such stupid products? Well, it's not rocket science. It's really simple. It's not about the product. It's about the commissions. This is a commission-based multi-level marketing pyramid matrix promotion. They claim that if you pay $25, you'll lock yourself inside their pyramid. And their pyramid, if you're early and you're in because the fear of missing out, they reckon the early videos they were doing, they were telling people that you can make $442,860 a month if you were in their pyramid. And then they were going to release all these products. Well, it's been released day forever and a day. They've been yelling at people, gaslighting people, producing videos, telling people they need to pay the $25. As we mentioned earlier, we had Tiger Pay Gateway shut down, and we also had Now Pay. And it's only now they claim that they have a payment gateway set up. Well, MoonPay was one of those payment providers. So we've gone to MoonPay and we've read through their terms and conditions really quickly using AI and asking whether it's okay to use their terms and conditions to promote multi-level marketing or illegal Ponzi schemes. And we've come through here and we've found all the email addresses to all the governments that we can do complaints to. So while we were doing that, we actually I wrote a letter to these payment gateways. And we also carbon copied a letter off to Megan, Regan, and Toni. So they'll be fuming right now, and they'll literally be on here I'm trying to get that to go bigger. There it is. They'll be watching what we're doing because we are in control of the narrative. So we've had correspondence with a lady called Hillary from Tiger Pay compliance team. She wrote back to us telling us that she was shocked that they were using their payment gateway to sell multi-level marketing products. We showed her the videos that we broadcast live on the internet, and literally she came back and said they've mucked around with the wrong people. Since then, looking at the screenshots that we've just sent TigerPay, it looks like they're claiming that TigerPay is now providing them services again. So we've sent the same email back to TigerPay and asking them for proof. We've also included the link to the very video that you're watching right now. And then we've got a summary of what they're actually claiming they're doing with TigerPay. And we were giving them a recommendation on what they should do. So the fact is that won't work. It should cease and desist them using their platform. The next one is we wrote a letter to Moonbay compliance team. I'm writing to alert you of potentially serious misuse of your platform, including operating under the brand VYB Collective. Now, VYB Collective has set themselves up as registered themselves as a company in the state of Wyoming. And they've used a lady who's registered herself to 72,000 companies in the past. So it just goes on and on. There's nothing real. They're telling people that they are 100% compliant. And it's just a joke. So you can sit here and think, oh, I'm going to invest in this company. I'm going to pay them a monthly fee. But just remember that your monthly fee is going off to somebody else who introduced you to it, because it's all pyramid shape marketing. And so far, they've had 80 people had their bank payments through GreenPay reversed, and they've had all the bank charges to go through it. It's just ridiculous. Now, the other day we went through this blog and we looked at the terms and conditions that Megan and Regan have actually set up on their website. Now, it's a really basic website, and I think it's worthwhile showing you guys if I can bring it up. If you go to the website, it's just about a one-pager. You sign up, you sign in, it's not rocket science. You go to the bottom, near the bottom, and you can see the 4 memberships they've got here, all coming soon. Nothing's happening, right? So why would you invest in a company when nothing's been proven to work? They've got no products. This is just a veneer to get people's money. You go to the bottom of the page, which you won't be able to see very well, and it says down the bottom, it's got income disclosure statements, terms and conditions, privacy policy, refund policy, digital delivery and access policies, video content policy, and copyright protection. All those links go to the same page, and this is it here. Now, ironically, we've been researching Toni, Marek, and her husband seems to be some sort of lawyer working for some sort of company. We've reached out to them as well. Here is all those policies. You even need to tell people to click to expand to read. So we've put all these policies into ChatGPT, whatever it's called, and we've gone through these terms and conditions and asked it to look at them with a critical eye. Now, this is what we've come up with. So the first thing is, we're going to read this blog to you because I'm hoping that you're not sitting here thinking these ladies know what they're doing. And if you do, you really need to go get help. You need to go get a financial advisor and ask for help if you think that they are going to pull this off, because they've got nothing on nothing on nothing. It is actually laughable what these ladies are claiming they're going to do. It's like no one's talking about the elephant in the room scenarios. But let's have a listen.
If you've spent more than 5 minutes on VYB's new website, you might think it's the next tech-forward, empowerment-driven business opportunity, but scratch beneath the surface of buzzwords like legacy, wealth, and impact, and you'll find something far more familiar. A classic multi-level marketing MLM, Ponzi-style operation disguised as a digital ecosystem.
Yep, it's a digital ecosystem that has nothing, no substance, no products, no nothing, just a way to collect money from people who think that something's going to happen in the future. And the fact that she talks about it like Noah's Ark is ridiculous. She preys on people with religious beliefs. This is not Noah's Ark, this is the Titanic.
Behind the curtain, the people running VYB, Megan Lynch, Regan Lynch, and Toni Marek are the faces behind VYB, and each has a history deeply entangled in collapse schemes and online manipulation. Megan Lynch is best known for promoting scams like Transact Card, GS Partners, and Success by Health. She travels the US delivering power talks and selling hype rather than real value. She recently told followers she had to put her furniture in storage and pay $4,000 cash while on tour, an ironic twist for someone claiming to help others earn $442,860 a month. Regan Lynch, her sister and business partner, has mirrored Megan's MLM trajectory, often presenting herself as a coach while pushing overpriced memberships and vague digital tools. Toni Marek, the so-called COO, is currently under a Texas gag order preventing her from publishing a whistleblower book about Phi Theta Kappa, She's positioned herself as a victim and survivor, but is simultaneously using that narrative to anchor credibility while helping drive VYB's manipulative tactics.
Yeah, so it's pretty breathtaking. And if you go to my website, you see this is my first book. I mean, some of these are absolutely amazing. When I say book, first video about them. This Megan Lynch, multi-level marketing manipulation tactics. If you have got any opportunity to watch that video that she did, it is really prime time viewing for people who are using bullying, gaslighting. It was amazing. But I've got those ones there. Then I've got Regan as well. We've gone after her. There's a few double ups here, but basically you get the idea. But Toni Marek is the one that's really interesting, because I think we had a blog a wee while ago, which we put all the documents, all the government, what do you call it, the court documents in here. And I'll just see if I can find it, because it's worthwhile. I mean, I'm not sort of saying to you guys, you know, if you are sitting here thinking that, oh, I don't know what, Danny doesn't know what he's talking about, and he's got some sort of personal grief with these ladies, it's incorrect. I'm actually here to help you save your money. And one of these blogs in here was breathtaking, because we actually listed all the court documents from Toni Marek and what she's doing. And, oh, there it is here. So it's either this one here. You can see how many videos and the like, or it's this one here. I think it's actually this one here. So if you want to, just search, find the one with this thumbnail, and you will see that these are the PDFs from the courts. And they, these are the cease and desist orders. This is the trespass notice from the college. We believe that they've even taken the database from the college and made out that that's part of their 70,000 people who have signed up. Look, I can't make this shit up. I have no reason. I've got better things to do with my time. But I think it's important for you guys to realize that these ladies are professional cons. They have fully experienced in doing this. They've done it in the past. They've got a history of it. This is what they have to offer.
The marketing language versus the reality. VYB's homepage talks a big game. Shape your future, build your wealth, unlock your why. It promises a slick ecosystem of digital education, networking, and business growth. But in reality, it's a pay-to-play system built on monthly memberships, $39.99 to $249.99 month, recruitment-based commissions, internal currencies, VYB bucks, with no external value, aggressive Zoom culture, and emotional manipulation.
So if you buy something off them, they're going to give you $5. It's like literally going into a toy shop, buying yourself a game of Monopoly, and then you buy a game of Monopoly and then start using those Monopoly money to exchange for real money. This is exactly what they're doing. And then your Monopoly money expires after 30 days, so it can go back into the game, no doubt. It's just absolute. It's breathtaking to think that they have got a clientele that doesn't seem to question this. Well, maybe they are questioning it. Maybe you're watching this and you want to tell me what you think. Put your comments in the section.
The products are vague at best. VYB Vault. Generic video courses on trending topics like crypto, AI, and mindset. Stuff you can find free on YouTube. VYB Tribe. Just another private Facebook group dressed up as a professional support system. VYB Spotlight. Brand works. Ventures. Overpriced digital services sold internally to members with no external consumer demand.
No, brilliant. Hey, I've got one thumbs down. That's cool. I must have one of her believers in here. That's awesome. So that means that Toni Marek is watching, because I get a thumbs down. So awesome. So please give us a thumbs up if you are watching this video. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do subscribe. And if you want to support me and what I'm doing, there is Buy Me a Cup of Coffee links, and any donation is much appreciated. And we also are available to do reviews on investment opportunities if you want. We're not going to give you financial advice, but we will highlight all the red flags and an opportunity that you may be thinking about investing in because you think it sounds too good to be true. Read between the lines on that one. Okay, so that's really cool. So let's have a breakdown. Now, this is, as I just said, we went and had a look at their terms and conditions, right? So we went to their website, which will be here, and we went to the bottom of their website and we looked at their terms and conditions, which I believe are actually hidden at the bottom of their website, which is just disgusting. So this is what those terms and conditions will actually do for you. Now, I haven't actually heard any terms and conditions as bad as these ones, so have a listen up. I'll just do the first three.
Red flags buried in their legal documents. After reviewing the policies and agreements on VYB's site, here are some of the most alarming signs. 1. They outlaw criticism entirely. Their video content policy explicitly bans any reviews, reactions, or commentary, even under fair use. That's not protection, that's censorship. 2. Fair use is rejected. They claim fair use doesn't apply, even for news, critique, or educational purposes. This is legally unsound and a clear effort to silence whistleblowers and investigators. 3. Massive income claims. Zero evidence. Their playbook promises up to $442,860 a month, yet their own income disclosure states no participant has earned anything since it's still pre-launch.
Absolutely crazy. So here they are. You can't even do a commentary. You can't even have an opinion. You can't put anything online. You can't use their videos like I am and use them as fair use. This is what they are saying. It doesn't stand up in law. It doesn't have any credibility whatsoever. It's just a load of bullshit. And the fact is, what type of company would say you're not allowed to talk about them or comment about them in social media? One that's trying to cover up stuff. It just gets more and more ridiculous as time goes on.
4. Crypto payment push. They are now encouraging crypto-only payments, which are non-refundable and traceable and perfect for vanishing when the scheme collapses.
Yeah, and we've got her on, if you go to Behind MLM and do a search, if you went to VYB, Behind MLM, you'll find there's an article on Behind, there's articles on Behind MLM, which is Oz. If you can support them, that would be awesome. And I think there's a quote down here. It might be on the other article. And she talks about, she makes a quote and she says, I make income. And I think it's something, I'll just have a wee listen to what these
I've made income. My team always makes income during pre-launches. We always make a lot of income, right? Laughter. We always make a lot of income in the very beginning, and then the structure isn't quite right, and the money falls.
Right, so this is exactly her words. So what they're doing at the moment is they're flogging a dead horse here, telling you guys to pay the $25. And here's a statement, word for what she said. I don't know where Oz got that from, but she's basically saying, we always make a lot of income at the very beginning, and then the structure isn't quite right, and the money fails. So she's literally basically saying that she's going to make money all on the pre-sale. So don't fall for that load of poos and wheeze, whatever stuff she's going on about. Trying to find the right screen here. Let's go back to here. So don't fall for that one. And $5, well, this is the biggest joke ever.
6. Internal currency, VYB bucks. Members are rewarded with bucks that expire after 30 days and are only redeemable within VYB's platform. It's like Monopoly money with cult branding.
Cult branding.
7. Strict non-solicitation clauses. Once you leave, you're banned from contacting any former teammates or customers. This isolates whistleblowers and prevents transparency.
So this is what you're signing up for. I mean, as the first one said, 30. So you're going to get paid in dollars and you get 30 days to spend it. Where the hell are you going to spend your $5? Is there a shop that takes $5? So you'll have to buy a product that a worthless product. And as for you're not allowed to contact anybody. It's literally like a religious cult. I got kicked out of the Jehovah's Witness organization when I was 23. I tried to get back into the cult, lost my friends, my family, my everything, everyone I grew up with, the whole 9 yards, because they used that to bribe me to get me back in. So this is very similar to a religious cult, which is a part of the why I go after these scumbags. Number 8.
8. No real refunds. Refunds are void once you stream, download, or access content, even accidentally, and good luck winning a chargeback. They threaten to report chargeback fraud.
Yeah, so if you do a chargeback and you've signed up for a product, they're going to come after you. It's your right as a consumer to request a chargeback when you've bought something that hasn't done what they said it would do when you purchased it. I mean, theoretically, at one stage, they were selling this for $25 a person to lock yourselves into a pyramid where she was going to come up with this miracle product where you're going to make $442,860 a month. And now what happens, she doesn't mention that too often because the payment gateways don't let her sign up and use their services if she's doing multi-level marketing. So she very rarely talks about it, but there is commissions and there is affiliates and there is multi-level marketing and there is a pyramid. She often draws on a board, a pyramid shaped, telling you where you are positioned. And she's telling you to refer your friends and family. Every hallmark about this Ponzi scheme is a scam.
9. Arbitration in Casper. Wyoming. All disputes must be handled in Wyoming, home to more shell LLCs than people. It's a known safe haven for shady companies.
Yeah.
10. Religious manipulation. Their webinars and playbooks are filled with references to kingdom millionaires, divine timing, and favor, clearly targeting faith-based audiences to disarm skepticism.
Right, so we've got the state of Wyoming who have actually registered this as a company, and it gets more and more ridiculous. If you look at the filing of this company, yes, it is registered. It is a limited liability company, but when you look a bit closer and you go through to the filings, the initial filing of the company, which I should be able to click on and download. Let's see if we can get that going. Yep, we did. So now we'll have an image. And here, this lady here, if you do a research on Livet Dolson, she's registered 72,000 companies. And if you do a search on Reddit or other places trying to find this person, she doesn't actually exist. It is absolutely ridiculous. And this is who they've used to register their company. So liability, this company certificate means shit. Just because somebody can register as a company does not mean that it will, it is running a legitimate thing. Yes, they are accountable, but you won't be accountable if you can't find the person, the registrar behind it. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. Every shady thing you can do to set up a proper company, these ladies haven't done it. Let's just read the rest of this. It's not too long.
The end game. A controlled collapse VYB is doing what every MLM scam does when it's running out of rope, blaming payment processors, cancelling support tickets in favor of Zoom calls, doubling down on crypto payments, cancelling tours, and hiding behind leadership narratives. They've even published documents urging members to report critics like me for harassment and copyright violation for simply exposing the truth.
Yeah, it's crazy. So they have tried their best to stop me, but obviously not good enough. My YouTube channel did get taken down for 4 days, but it was nothing to do with anything they did. They did take the credit though, which made me laugh. And the last one.
Final word. This isn't innovation. It's Transact card in new packaging. GS partners with more spiritual guilt. VYB is nothing more than a rebooted MLM scam, with a fancy website and an even fancier promise. Don't fall for it. Don't give them your $25. And definitely don't believe the hype. If you want real success, it starts with walking away from people who can only profit if you pay to follow them. Danny D. Heck. The Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger.
Right, so you might see my database. This is not public, this is private. This is accessed by 6 government agencies, and I keep it up to date. And the government agents have full access to the database here. As you can see, I had marketers in here, and then we had Megan. So Megan seems to be the main rodeo person. And today we actually got some new photos, which I thought were quite interesting. If I've actually done that right, have I done screenshots instead? Oh, I have. All right, so that's good. So you know, we've got this is the original 3 times forced matrix unlimited income, up to $5 for every matrix position. I don't know what that means, but anyway, they're telling you, this was their advertising at the start, that you can make $442, $860 a month, over $5 million yearly, fast start bonus, level 1, level 2, and all this sort of shit. And then this is how they're going to build it. So you get 3 people, recruit 9, 2781, and so forth. It is actually mathematically impossible for this to sustain itself, which is really ridiculous. They have been on tour, as they said. They cancelled the tour because Megan's father allegedly died. Don't believe that for a second, to be honest. But she's also, then we've found some other photos recently which look a bit staged. But these are some of the, and we looked through these photos and we thought, oh, this is her on tour, blah, blah, blah. But then we realized it looked more like a book tour, and she was trying to gate crash the party, and all these photos went on her social media. And it really was just a book, because you can tell if you move my head, oh, you can't see it, unfortunately, but there is a bobbybuck.com. Let's go Bobby. Let's see if I can do it. Bobby, what was it? Bobby Buck. Oh, how do we spell buck? 1 minute, please, caller. Bobby Buck. Now we're way off track. Bobby Buck. Bobby Buck, oh, B-U-K. All right, Bobby Buck. Wonder if I can remember that before I get there. Bobby Buck. B-U-K. Nothing like doing things live. Bobby Buck. So that was the signature on the bottom of all those photos that you just looked at. Oh, right. So it looked like he was publishing a book of some sort. So here we go. So he is promoting VYB, but that looked like they were sponsoring, which I'll go back to in a second. But this guy here is somebody who's, I don't know who he is. What have we got here? Let's see what this goes to. Catch the party. Catch a VYB party, the 7th of April. So it was a party. So what was that party all about? TikTok. We can have a look at TikTok. And there we are on TikTok. And it must have been releasing some sort of book or something. We'll just shut that one down. So that must have been where she was in Los Angeles. I don't follow it. I haven't really followed that, but I just thought while we could, we'll have a look at that. But if we go back, we can see donate to Skid Row Brigade. This must be this. She always talks about buy him a coffee. Maybe we should buy him a coffee. That does not look like buy me a cup of coffee. It looks like some sort of other payment gateway. Shady as hell. Thanks for shopping by. You can buy products, influencers, books, active network. Don't know who this guy is from a bar of soap. But if we go back to the photos that you saw here, if we get there, the name is all at the bottom of these images. So I'm guessing they're not Megan and Regan's. I don't know who this guy is. Maybe you do. This is them coming up with ways to build the network. This is Megan and Regan having a good old time. And that looks like a book launch to me. And if you look on the back, you can see VYB logo way at the very back there. So I wouldn't mind betting she's sponsoring it. There it is. I reckon she's sponsoring it with your money. So she's in Las Vegas there, having a good old time. One thing I do feel sorry for her is this one here. This is her daughter. And I'm trying to think, the fact that you're dragging your kids into your criminal activity is just sickening in my eyes. But I'll just see if I can make that any bigger. But I would not have, if I knew the father of this kid, I would be contacting him and saying, what the hell is my kid doing on the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avengers channel, wound up in your get-rich-quick opportunity, your check match bonus stuff, and why are you fromping around the neighborhood like you own it when you're just a washed-up scammer? That's what I'd be saying. Anyway, that's my 2 cents worth. So I think I covered everything here. The other one I would want to cover is we're currently going after other scammers. So when I say that is there's a lot of people at the moment that are running Ponzi schemes and scams, and we are naming and shaming them. So we've got a couple of reviews coming up. This one here, I don't know if you've ever met this guy. I hope you like my photo. This is Anthony
D. Loach.
Anthony D. Loach. And I saw a video where he said 12,000 Ks wipeout, passive income. And I thought, this guy's exposing scammers, but he's not. I've researched him. Absolutely shocking. I've wrote a blog about him. I've got a video ready to go, and we're going to go through his YouTube channel, his Telegram group. We're going to look at the video that he did to mislead people. We're going to look at all the Ponzi schemes and scams that he's been promoting, as we've got them all listed here, and also all the ones way back to Hyperverse, Hypertech. Look at his link tree. We're going to check out his website. And, when you look at people's websites like this, they look like professional people, and they use their website, their business coaching style, build your team networks, whatever, and then they introduce them to a Ponzi scheme and scam. Well, I've had enough of that, to be honest, and I'm not going to put up with it. So that's one of the guys. And another guy that we've been researching lately is a guy who goes by the name of Frank. And I don't know how to say his last name either, so I'm not very good at this, but we will find that in a second. His name is, I think it's Ryger.
Frank Rieha.
Frank is very much the same as Anthony. We went through all the Ponzi schemes and scams. Now, this guy was promoting Bit Harvest, so we've emailed him, and he's deleting all his messages as he writes, telling me he doesn't care what I do, but basically. But you can see that we've got, he's been promoting Deo, which is a fake gold scam, Bit Harvest. These guys are everywhere, and all they're doing is using their business personas to collect and build communities so they can scam them. And you can go have a read of those blogs on my website. If you want to support me in what I'm doing, there's a cup of coffee link at the bottom down here. You can click on that. A box will pop up. You watch. Click on that. A box will pop up. Oops. You watch. I've got more boxes popping up. A box will pop up. Oops. You watch. I've got more boxes popping up. Oh, what happened there? Got myself echoing now. Oh, what happened there? Got myself echoing now. Oh, there we go. So that's my live thing. Oh, there we go. So that's my... There we go. So when I am live, you'll see that my Twitch video will start up, and that's just what happened there. I clicked the wrong button. But some of the images I'm building at the moment, I'm absolutely wrapped with. Are pretty cool. This is Frank, and Frank doesn't really care about what he does for a living. He just wants to make commissions along the way. But I'm not going to have a bar of it. We're going to start doing some pretty good interviews. We did, yeah. So what I'm saying, if you want to support me, you can click on the Buy Me a Cup of Coffee. If you went to Buy Me a Cup of Coffee, you'll see that we've got the homepage, memberships. You can buy a membership. Support me by a coffee a month would be awesome. Just click join. And that's how I roll. So this is what I do full time. I've just been talking to somebody in correspondence in Australia. And it looks like I might be going over to Australia to be on their local TV show, talking about scams and how people react with who have been scammed. So that's going to be exciting. Just penciling that in now. And that would be absolutely awesome. So if you can support me, that'd be awesome. I want to be a full-time scam buster. And that's what I'm working on at the moment. So I really appreciate it. The other one you might want to do if you can't afford is just like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go check out the blogs that I've done over the years. I publish about a blog or two a day, and I'm really getting out there as much as I can. So that's pretty cool. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that was a good update on Megan and Regan and what they're doing. Megan, Regan, Toni, Marek. Absolutely disgusting individuals. We've worked out that so far we believe they've got about 2,500 people who've actually paid the $25. Tiger Pay, when they were corresponding with us, we haven't had any correspondence back, told us that most of the credit card fees that they were trying to collect didn't successfully go through. And then also we don't know about Now payments. They didn't tell us, but Now payments also corresponded with us and they were going to cut them off. And that left Green Pay, which is an American system only. They claim they've got 160 countries involved in what they're doing. That's just a load of bullshit. If so, there's a lot of countries out there who are joining their Ponzi scheme and scam who don't know how to speak proper English by the sounds of it. Just saying. Anyway, I'd love your feedback. Give us some feedback. Tell us what you think of what I'm doing here. Is it worthwhile? Can we stop these scumbags? I think we can make a difference. If you want to become an Avenger, you can go to my website, find my Contact Us button, find me on WhatsApp, find me on Telegram, communicate with me. I try to communicate with everyone every day. And let's stop these people defrauding mum and dad investors. I'm Danny DeHeck, a.k.a. the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. I'm here to name and shame anyone running or promoting a Ponzi scheme or a scam. If you want to scam people, we will find you. See you in the next video, guys.